Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to draw a realistic eye. Now every drawing that I make is completely different, but I'll show you a little peek at my last one where I did this. So I'm going to try to do something similar. I'm going to try to work quickly because I'm still at work and they like to make noise on the intercom. Okay, so let's start out with the shape of the eye. I like to think of it as a hill. Go up the hill and down the hill. Curve here. Go down and around and flare out. I think this needs to be bigger. So let's go up a little bit more. We want a big open eye.
Ms. Coward, can you come to the front office? Ms. Coward, to the front office.
They always like to interrupt my videos. Okay, so it kind of looks like a fish. Now we're going to draw the eye part, round edges here, round edge here, big open eye. Okay. We're going to do a little lip for where the eyelashes come out. Same for on the bottom. Okay. So there's the start of your eye. Now we need to draw pupil. And yes, if it looks like I'm rushing, it's because I am. Being at work and doing videos, there's all sorts of distractions that can come around. Like there's the intercom system. You keep calling people. People walking through the hallways as they're leaving to go home. Things like that. Because work is over. But yeah. They still think people are here. Huh. They're not. They're leaving. Okay, so big pupil, not necessarily straight, but we're going to be tweaking it anyways. And a little line, because there's this little skin area here. Do this little line down there. And go ahead and shade that in. And we're going to do the pupil. Shade that in. I like to go around the edges first to get a crisp line. And don't worry if your lines are kind of scratchy. As long as you're not pressing down hard on the paper and denting the paper, you can still work with it. Okay, so I've outlined it. Now I'm going to start shading it in. And I want a little bit of shine. in my pupil, so I'm just going to leave this random section here open. Okay. That's my pupil. And like I said, I'm going to be, working on it, expanding it, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, go back to the outline of the eye, and you're just going to darken it up. Okay, and darken out the outside of the pupil, or the iris. Okay, so now, to get that realistic effect, like this one, you need to work on the inside of the eye. Whoa. Let's see, I made the pupil so much bigger. That's okay. And so I said, every drawing's different. I like to start out from the top, and I'm just going to make lines out. And then I'll do some going in, kind of in between. Okay, now I know you're thinking, what in the world is that? Okay, I will show you. Now, medium shade, or no, light shade over it, not too dark. Light shade over the whole thing. Trying to get an even shade here. After just doing a lesson on how to use ebony pencils, the number 2 pencil kind of feels a little weird. And I know most people would say, oh, you need all these different pencils, you need, an H pencil, a 2B, 3B, whatever. I just use number 2 pencil. Why not? Okay, so that's the start of my eye, or my iris. Now I need to go back and add details to make it realistic. I've already got one detail to make it realistic. Now we're going to go back in and do some more. I'm going to start from the outside and start darkening. And make sure you get right next to that dark line and work your way out. You're going to kind of fade in on your shade. You're going to do this all the way around the eye. Let's keep going until you make all the way around. Okay, so to start, excuse me, now we're going to go for round 2 and darken even more around the edge. Same thing, more pressure, darken around the edge. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, we're getting closer. Maybe a little bit too dark on this side. Could darken it up some more everywhere else. Awesome. When you're darkening, changing directions helps too. I'm going to do that. Okay, getting closer. Go back and darken up the pupil area a little bit since I ran my hands over it, and that takes some of the graphite out. Okay, so to start, kind of like that. Just need to reinforce some of these lines here. So I'm going to draw that out, and I'm going to do a little bit of shading in between. Like short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, all the way around. Just going back to the lines you already did. And when you're doing this part, it's okay if it's a little scratchy, because it just looks like the fibers in the eye. Kind of helps it a little bit. Okay, there's that. Now, we need a little bit of more realistic touch, and I like to do that with shine. Since I already have a little white spot here, I'm going to go in with my eraser and rub an area out with my eraser. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to do a little bit of that scratchy, fibrous looking lines around it, just to give it the realistic look instead of the look that I just erased it, even though I did. We don't want it to look that way. Okay, so there's that part. Now, bring that in a little bit. Okay, now a little more shading on the outside of the eye, just a little bit, give it a little depth, just real light. Okay, I've got fingerprints everywhere. I just dropped something. Okay. And we need some shading here because our eyes do go in the socket. Therefore, there's going to be a little bit of shadow. I think I can add a little bit more. And I really want to darken this up a little bit more too, because it's a little too light. Okay. Going to do the same thing to this side. This is a time where I wish I had blenders. And since I don't, I'm just using my finger a little bit. I don't recommend it because the oils from your fingers get into the graphite. But when there's nothing else, you gotta improvise. I'm gonna go darken this up now a bit. And the bottom one. Okay, I'm also going to add another layer on top, or hump, for the eyelid. I'll start right here. And go up. And come back down. Just like that. I'm also going to do a little one on the bottom. Not as far out as the one on the top. That's the small bag under the eye, not the big one. Just like that. And I'll darken that up. And this is my favorite thing to draw ever. I love drawing eyes in pencil. Even more than colored pencil. I prefer pencil. But I'm always better at pencil drawings than anything else. So I guess you could call me a pencil artist. Let's see. Next thing, eyelashes. We need eyelashes. Eyelashes are not easy. I always start the outer part, and I always do little tiny ones, really light, and try to curve them down. And then they don't need to be the same length. When you get to the middle part, switch directions and start curving them out the other way. Okay, and I always like to make them doubles. So just go add another hair attached to the same piece. Make sure you change directions. And then I do a little short one in between. Make sure you change directions. Okay, so that's my bottom eyelashes. Now for the big fluffy ones on top. Okay. I'm still using a flick motion. Different lengths. Don't try to get them the same. Change directions. Like that. Go back and do doubles. And the doubles don't have to be the same length either. You can do shorter, you can do longer. The more random, the more natural. Oops. Okay. Automatic lights. They go out when nobody moves. I've been sitting here for a while. Okay, and let's do little ones in between. Make sure you change directions. Okay, there's my eyelashes. Now I'm going to shade this area just a little bit, light shade, very light shade. I'm going to do a little bit darker towards the edge and fade out. Okay, same thing on the bottom. I'm just going to go flip it over because it's easier. Light shade. And fade out. Okay. And let's see. Oh, and you always need to darken shade these, not like solid black, but darken. Might want to outline them again first, and then darken. Same thing down here. Outline. And darken. Okay. And last but not least, I like to add just a light shading, leaving the eye. That way it looks a little more matching skin tone. Okay. And there's my eye. Let's see how they compare. Close. Not quite perfect, but pretty close. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed drawing it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. And you can visit my blog too. There should be a link down there in the comments. Or, not comments, what's it called? It says more. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. But it says more. It's there. Thank you.